Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're tuning in from around the world, and welcome to another Breakfast and Business. Great to have you all joining us this morning. Apologies, we're a few minutes later than usual this morning, a couple of technical difficulties this morning. But as you come in, please do let me know if you are live or on the replay, so that I can connect with you wherever you are around the world. So good to have so many of you tuning in for Breakfast and Business on a daily basis. Remember, these come to you Monday through Saturday, 8 a.m. UK time. Today, slightly later, just a couple of minutes due to a few technical issues. But thank you so much for hanging in there and waiting for us to go live. I'm just going to quickly do what I always ask you guys to do, is hit that share button and let us know, let someone else know about this broadcast. As well as being here and enjoying it yourself, let's spread this message with as many people as we possibly can. Let's get this message out and help as many people as possible. Today, I'm going to be talking all about the art of social selling. All of this week has been about money, and today is no different. We're going to be talking about how to make more money without having to go through that sleazy sales process. So if you find that you don't feel comfortable with the sales process, or you want to find a new way to do business and imagine having all those people come to you, attraction marketing, where they're interested in doing business. You're waking up to people inquiring, you're getting people asking questions of how they can do business with you. If you want that, then there's a couple of ways you get involved with this broadcast. If you're new to it, drop red, yellow, or orange emojis down in the comments. If you're following along, or if you agree with something that I've said, then drop red, yellow, or orange emojis down in the comments. Drop red, yellow, or orange emojis down in the comments, or you can hit that reaction button. Like, love, laugh, don't care which reaction you use. It's about getting involved in the broadcast. I want to know you're here and you're following along and that it's making sense to you. So as we go through this morning, we're going to talk all about the art of social selling. It's not what a lot of people think, where it's mistaken for selling on social media, because unfortunately a lot of people fall into the trap of thinking that social media is all about selling. It's all about the money. It's all about pushing your products and services. The reality is, social media, it's got it in the title. It is social media. It's about building relationships. It's about being social. It's about having connections with people. And today we're going to show you how social selling, the art of selling without ever having to sell, can be one of the most powerful things you can have in your toolkit. Just before we start, let's say hi to a few people who are in on the broadcast this morning. Kezabel in nice and early, coming in from a blustery Kettering. Mum's coming in from a very wet Isle of Wight down there. Sally, I know, is already out on her run this morning. Guy coming in from Peterborough over in the UK as well. So great to have you guys tuning in. Remember, live or on the replay, let us know if you're live or on the replay, and also where you're tuning in from. We love to know what areas we're reaching. So this week we've been talking all about money, how to handle money in your business, how to make more money in your business, and looking at maybe areas that you already know, maybe some areas that are new to you. And we've been talking about different products and services and ways that you can help your business, your cash flow, and the money situation in your business. If you missed any of the broadcasts, you can go back and check them out through the hashtag Breakfast and Business. They're all live at 8 a.m. Monday through Saturday. We do these every week, Monday through Saturday, 6 days a week, completely for free, just to help you with your business, get you kick-starting the day right here in the UK, or tuning in at a different time of day around the world. So it's great to have people tuning in from all over. Now, this week, if you haven't seen the broadcast throughout the week, I'm just going to quickly recap what you can go back and watch and learn about. So Monday we did, it's never about resources, it's about resourcefulness. So there's always a way to generate money, to generate cash flow. You just have to get more resourceful in how you do it. That was Monday. Tuesday, we were talking about one of the ways to be resourceful, which was pre-selling, beta testing, and crowdfunding. I'm a big believer you should be full price or free. And the only exception is if you're pre-selling product with a minimum viable product, or you're beta testing with people. So getting the first version of something out and then allowing your market and the consumers to tell you how they want to shape that product or service. The third one on Wednesday was all about setting your payment terms. You don't have to be beholden to other people and their payment terms. A lot of small businesses fall into the trap of working with big business and running on their payment terms, which can make a problem with their cash flow. So Wednesday was all about setting your own payment terms and understanding how to convey that to other people and choosing who you work with. Thursday was all about your payment options and how to actually get the money in the bank. If you don't get the money in the bank, you just have a hobby, you don't have a business. You need to get cash flow, you need to get money working for you, you need to get it into the bank, otherwise it's not going to work. So Thursday was all about your payment options, how to take money, how to avoid high charges and fees from different payment providers and platforms. Friday was all about affiliate marketing and upsells and looking at getting your customers to move from being customers to being brand advocates, people who talk about you. Maybe you're going to set up a system where you're going to reward them and they're going to encourage other people to do business with you. In the same way, I'll get you guys when you're here live or on the replay to hit that share button or tag a friend that you think needs to hear today's topic. So if you know someone who you think would benefit from being able to sell, being able to have those leads, those inquiries, that attraction marketing of people coming to them, then now is the time to hit that share button or tag them below. But every time you share, please always give context. It's the best way to do it on social media is if you hit share or you tag someone below, make sure you tell them why they should be here. Today's broadcast is all about the art of social selling, selling without having to sell. And I'm going to go over that in detail this morning. So if you know someone who would benefit, please tag them below. Maybe you don't, maybe you just hit the share button to share it with your network, your community. That could be a Facebook group, it could be on your wall, it could be directly to a friend in Messenger. We're all about helping as many people as possible. So please hit that share button, please tag a friend below, and then we'll go through today's topic, which is all about that art of social selling. I have a quick sip of my coffee. Again, apologies this morning for the slightly late start. I had a couple of technical issues with getting connected this morning. So I've actually had to change devices this morning so that if anyone was sat there waiting at 8 o'clock thinking, oh, he's not live, it was a slight technical hitch this morning with a data connection issue. So we managed to get on. I've got multiple devices, so I just had to switch it all over because it's normally set up and ready to go. I had to get that all swapped over this morning. So thanks for being so patient as we got started this morning. Okay. Hey, Ian, good to see you in this morning. Nice to see you in on the live. Okay, so I explained a minute ago that the art of social selling is selling without having to sell. Now, what do I mean by that? Well, there's a few things you can do that will help you with social selling. When you're in business, I talk about this, and these are things that I champion all the time. You need to be creating solutions-based products and services that sit within an ecosystem so that people can get involved at whatever stage they're at in business. As long as they're the right type of customer for you, they can get involved. Maybe you've got some free resources. Maybe you've got some free courses or free coaching that you do where it's an access point for people to tap in no matter where they are in their journey. Then you've got different things, mid-range and top-range price products, services, some that are recurring, some that are one-off, so that you're reaching the people who have different requirements, different expectations, different cash flow situations themselves, and you're allowing them to become a part of your ecosystem. Now, the reason you need an ecosystem is because you build a relationship. You build on your relationships, and there is a thing called relationship marketing. It's about building that relationship up so that you can do better business with people. It's not about just doing business with people. It's about doing better business with people, because when you get to know people, when you get to know what they like, the things they're interested in, then you can really connect with them on a new level and you can serve them at a higher level. Remember, it's always solutions-based products and services inside your ecosystem. And when you're solving problems, the better you know someone, the better you can solve their problems. So, for example, we have a long-standing client who, for their birthday, we've actually managed to surprise them with some gifts on their birthday that are specific to what they're interested in. Again, this year we've just surprised someone else for their birthday with something that would be a useful tool for them and their business, because we know where they're at in their business, what they need and where they're moving, because we pay attention. It's all about the relationship and the information that we have so that we can best serve them. So inside your ecosystem, get to know the people who are there. I know that Sally's just recently launched a group that's going to be nurturing female entrepreneurs and business women in helping them to be so good they can't be ignored, right? And inside that community, she's going to get to know those people on a really deep level. She's going to get to know the pain points that they've got, the things that they love, what they're interested in, what drives and motivates them. And then she's going to be able to connect on a much deeper level and serve them on a much higher level. So when you're looking at this ecosystem that you're building with your products and services, always solution based, always trying to solve a problem, always helping people, then you get those people into that ecosystem, you build the relationships, and you start to have more conversations. Now, the better conversations you have, the higher quality conversation you can have, the better your relationships will be. I'm always a strong believer that the quality of the answers you get are based around the quality of the questions that you ask. Anyone who took part in the digital media challenge that we ran previously will have enjoyed us showing you how to ask better questions online and therefore getting better responses. Really good example is Jason Vance over in Canada, who put one status update out and got 194 responses to it, which blew him away because he constantly posts around other things, but it was never getting that level of engagement. So the quality of the questions you ask determines the quality of the answers that you get. The same can be said of the quality of conversation you have. It impacts the quality of the relationship that you have with people, because you get to know them. People will open up to you based around the quality of conversation you have. Now you all start there thinking, hold on, this week is about money and all he's talking about is relationships and people and conversations and ecosystems. What has this got to do with money? Ultimately, businesses only work when they have cash flow, when they have money going in the bank. Like I said before on this broadcast and on the ones previously, it is important to realize that if you don't have money, if you don't have cash flow, you have a hobby, not a business. A business generates money and therefore has cash flow and can operate as a business. A hobby is something where you're doing it, you're enjoying it, but maybe you're not making money on it. So I want you to be in that business stage. An early stage business and hobby is kind of a bit of an overlap, but generally has some income coming in. And suddenly you might be able to realize that hobby that you have an interest in can be a business and you have to develop it. But one way you need to develop that is with the relationship with the customers. Now, you've probably heard people talk about avatars and your ideal customer and the audience that you serve. The most important thing is remember that there are no markets. Daniel Priestley said this before, and I've quoted him on previous broadcasts. There are no markets, there are people within markets. You need to build the relationship with the one-to-one people. Now that sounds crazy if you're trying to build an audience of thousands or hundreds of thousands of people that you want to serve. How can you possibly maintain a relationship with everyone? Well, it's about doing the very best you can. Obviously at different levels there's different amounts that you can do, and you need to maintain that relationship. So what's it all got to do with money? The better the relationships you have with people, the more you are going to build up exactly what my t-shirt says today: trust equity. Trust equity is a financial real estate thing for your business. So trust equity is something you can cash in. It is a currency that you can cash in. So if I've got trust, for example, I can give you a really good example because I've just done it this morning. So Lee Jackson, a really good friend of mine who works in the web dev space and the event space. He is a really good friend of mine. We know each other both through business for a number of years and also in person. We used to go to the same church when we were living in the same area. And so we've got a really good relationship, a really good friendship. And so therefore, when I recommend something to Lee, he's much more likely to take it on because of the trust equity that we have, the amount of trust he has in my testing, trying, my recommendations. And therefore, I have a high level of trust equity. Now, just this morning, I've sent him some details of a platform we've been testing and trying. And obviously, because we've tested and tried it, and we've put the time in, and we say it's a good thing, the company is obviously always going to say it's good. So remember that when you talk about your products and services, people are always going to have a slightly jaded view because it's your products and services, it's your business. So they're always going to have that little guard up against it. Now, if someone else recommends your products and services, just what we were talking about yesterday, advocates and affiliates, that's when you start to use trust equity that other people have built up and you cash it in against your business. Now, the art of social selling is about building the relationship. So when you connect with people, when you build that relationship, when you're not all about going in and selling and pitching and trying to get people's email addresses and phone numbers and get them to connect and do this and do that and buy this product or whatever, when you're actually genuinely caring about people, when you're showing up and you're helping them, that is when you build the highest level of trust equity. It's not just trust equity from people passing it to other people. You as a business owner, as the people in your business doing the marketing, you can build trust equity with your audience. But there are some key fundamentals to building that trust equity and getting it to a point of social selling. So as you show up, as you have conversations, as you help people, as you provide value to those people, as you build the ecosystem that they can be a part of, what's going to happen is you're going to build trust equity at every single step along the way. As long as you are genuinely showing up, you're staying consistent, you get this compound effect of the repeat work that you put in. So you don't have to put a lot of work in, you just have to repeatedly put work in. So as you show up, as you help people, as you provide solutions, as you answer questions, as you put out videos, as you write blogs, all of these things are helping you to build trust equity with your audience, with those individuals within the market that you serve. So as you build that trust equity, the higher the level of trust equity, the more likely people are to spend money with you, the more likely they are to spend more money with you, the more likely they are to take a more risky purchase, which is a higher level price, or taking something on that maybe if they'd just seen an ad for it, they would never have had. The better your relationship, the higher the level of trust equity you have, the more likely you are to be able to sell any product or service that you have to offer. So relationship marketing, conversation marketing are all a part of this mix. But today is all about the art of social selling. Social selling is that personal connection that you build with people. So I know that I do things like this and then I have people reach out to me. I'm not selling anything in Breakfast and Business. I'm here to give away absolutely loads of value every single morning, Monday through Saturday, 8 a.m. UK time, live, and then people can obviously catch it on the replay. But there's so much that I'm giving and so much value here that it builds trust equity within my marketplace, within my audience, the people who are tuning in now live or catching it on the replay here on Facebook, over on YouTube, or listening to it somewhere else, or maybe even reading it as a blog. They have the opportunity to connect, to build a relationship, to ask questions, to be part of a community. And social selling is the art of never having to position yourself as an actual sales person, but actually positioning yourself as a solution and people wanting to do business with you. Does this make sense? If it does, red, yellow, orange emojis, drop them in the comments below so that I can see. Or if you're here on Facebook, the reactions button, like, love, laugh, whatever. If you're over on YouTube, just hit that thumbs up button and let me know that you're following along. If you can show up consistently, if you can help people, if you can provide solutions, if you can answer questions, if you can do it consistently, and you know that you can build those relationships, if you're focused on helping the people within your marketplace, the individuals, not as a collective, not the avatar with this big, huge number of people that fit this marketplace, where people who do Facebook ads, for example, are looking at how many people within this. We don't want the big number. We want the individuals, lots of individuals that we can build relationships with. When you can do all of that, so it's showing up, it's helping people, it's answering problems, it's providing solutions, which, remember, your business products and services should be solutions based. Why? Because then you're going to provide solutions that solve problems for people. When you provide solutions, the sales process becomes easier. Now, loads of people try to pretend, because they've heard this talked about before, that their products and services are solutions based. But look at everything that you do. What is the problem that it solves? What is the solution that it provides? If you can't answer that question, go back and tweak and change the product and how you talk about it. Because the more you can get it to being solutions based, the better it is. I'll give you an example. The content creation machine that we do allows people to remove the overwhelm from creating content on social media. As an agency, we remove the overwhelm from social media managing, social media marketing, content creation, and live streaming. And that overwhelm that comes in for so many people around content creation is how long it takes, what to post, where to post. There's a massive load of things to think about. But the content creation machine removes the overwhelm by allowing people to work for just 30 minutes and to appear in hundreds of places online for their ideal target market to choose to do business with them. And it is about that. It's about positioning. It's about visibility. It's about getting in front of your target market. And if you could do that in just 30 minutes a month, how useful would that be? So you see how I've positioned that. It is a solution to a problem that we know is common in our market. So many business owners are so busy with all of the day-to-day tasks, running the business, answering questions, doing calls, doing administration, doing finance, doing invoicing, doing payments, that the content creation they know they should be doing is a drain, it is a pain, it is time consuming, and it is awkward for them because it's not what they do all the time. So we talk about partnering with people and outsourcing things and passing the jobs that will be more effectively completed by someone else to that person to free you up the time to do the things that you need to do within your business to generate the money in order to maintain that relationship and that support system. So you need to look at how your business is positioned for providing solutions. Today, with looking at the art of social selling, you need to look at, is everything that we offer in our business a solution to a problem? Now, some people have got products, physical products, might think, oh, well, I don't actually know. The reality is, even if you sell, for example, joke products in a shop, those are providing entertainment. So they are, the solution they're providing is removing the mundaneness of life is the solution that they provide. They provide humor, they provide entertainment. So they are still providing a solution to a problem. People go out there to have fun, to laugh, to enjoy life. And the same can be said of all of your customers. It doesn't matter what business or what industry you're in, there are commonalities between people in every single marketplace. People want to feel like you care about them. They want to feel like they belong somewhere. And that's why we focus so heavily on encouraging you to build an ecosystem of solutions-based products and services. When you do that, people can belong to that ecosystem. Breakfast and Business is an ecosystem in its own right. People come here, they have conversations in the chat, and they know that they can show up Monday through Saturday at 8 a.m. and it's an opportunity to learn. It's an ecosystem in itself. But Breakfast and Business is one part of a bigger ecosystem, which is It's Nomad 9, where we offer a whole range of products and services that are all solutions based, removing the overwhelm through digital media personal trainer sessions, one-to-one mentoring, group mentoring, dinner and digital marketing. There's a whole range of things that people can tap into, and they're all different solutions. So it doesn't matter who the people are or what they need, it's solutions based. So in your business, focus on the solution. What is the main solution that your business provides to people? What is that solution? If you know it, type it in the comments now, because I'd love to see how well you can articulate the main problem that you solve for people. Because if you can't articulate it, maybe you need to spend some time on crafting that message, on thinking about how you talk about what your business does. Because ultimately what your business does is the solutions that it provides. So what you do is provide the solutions that help people, that get people from where they are to where they want to be or where they need to be in their business. So you can help them out. Maybe it's on a personal level. Maybe you help people in a personal capacity, and it's moving them from where they are to where they want to be or where they need to be in their personal life. So what is the solution that you provide to the individuals within your target market? When you can articulate that really well, then social selling will come into play. Social selling will happen when you talk about what you do, when you can communicate it really well, and when people come back to you instead of you having to approach them. The art of social selling is when people want to do business with you ahead of you ever having to go to them and have that conversation. I'm going to use Nathan here as an example. Nathan does gardening services. So actually what the solution is that Nathan will be providing, that anybody can go and spend time in the garden. They might have different skill levels. They might not know very much about plants and things, but with the internet, we can go and research things. We can look things up and we can work out what to do as a general rule for most things. So the solution as a gardener that you provide is having a beautiful garden without the effort. So you don't have to go and spend the time there. Having a beautiful garden that you can spend time in without having the back-breaking effort that you have to put into it. Now, some people love gardening. Some people, my mum especially, having just built a community garden. The solution that you're providing, Nathan, is allowing people to enjoy their garden without the back-breaking work it takes to maintain it. So that would be a way to talk about how you help people. So it's a solution Gardening is a service, but what I'm describing is a solution to a problem. So some people love to do it, and those people won't be your target market. The people who love doing things in their garden are not likely to be your customers. They might want you for certain things that are much harder work, but guess what? It's the things that are harder work. So again, the back-breaking work of the gardening is what they're going to probably be taking off the market. Eddie, good to see you in this morning. Mr. Young, nice to see you this morning. Adding magic to events. So remove the, here we go, Eddie, bang on. So Eddie does magic at events. So he removes the dull from your events. You've got to be really careful how you say it, because of course, if you're selling to event organizers and they're your customers, you've got to be careful about how you talk to them about their products and services as well. So providing entertainment, for example, would be a solution. Helping to add something special, add something magical to your events. You've got to go into that solutions-based thing. So it's seamlessly connecting all of the other elements of your event using magic, for example. So it's what you're doing is those bits in between, because they will think their event is amazing at every single stage. What you're doing is filling those gaps to allow them to carry on providing the amazing event they do. For example, when they've got changes between acts, when they've got breaks, that's the times when those sorts of things happen, Eddie. So think about how you can talk about that in a different way. You've got to be really careful not to offend people when you talk to them. And it's great, it's along the right lines, but how you deliver it has to change and has to tweak slightly, and then you'll get an amazing response from that. So the social selling. Let's bring in Sally Ann's. Removing the fear, overwhelm, and anxiety of building a life and business you love to wake up to, so you're so good they can't ignore you. Love it. Exactly that. So a lot of people have been on all sorts of courses, they've studied, they've paid for products and services, but they haven't got solutions. This is the problem. So many people are investing into all sorts of courses and conferences and things, but they're not solutions based. When they are solutions based, everything changes because they get a result. If it is a solution, it has to provide a result. Does that make sense? So if you're providing solutions based products and services in your business, they are providing a result. Therefore, the person can see that their money has been well spent with you. So if you're dropping in and you're talking about your products and services and they are solutions based, people are going to understand what the outcome is from doing business with you, because it's the solution that you provide. It is not just a product or service. It is not just doing something. It is about what the solution is. So your ecosystem should be filled with solutions based products and services. Social selling comes from showing up regularly, from having good conversations, from asking high quality questions, from providing useful information, from helping by providing easy access to the information. Remember, when we talk about selling, there's 4 points. It's the right solution, right person, right time, and ease of access to information. If you're not writing blogs, if you're not posting on social media regularly, if you're not taking photos, if you're not recording videos, if you haven't got a podcast, these are all ways that you can increase your visibility and be, like Sally said she does for people, be so good you can't be ignored, be so visible that people can't not know about you. I've had it where I walk into networking events and people I've never met come over to me and say, oh yeah, I've seen you all over social media. And I literally just quietly say to them, wouldn't it be great if that was your business too? That is the art of social selling. I haven't had to pitch or sell anything. I've literally just put the image of that solution, of them having the same thing in their mind, so that they can then have a conversation with me to ask how that happens. So they come to me, they've said, they've acknowledged that they've seen a lot of stuff that I put out. I'm then positioning their business in the same capacity. Imagine if your audience could have the same experience with your business. So all I'm doing is positioning it so that they can realize it's a solution that they could also have. It's not just something I do for myself, but it's something as an agency we can provide to other businesses. Let's have a look at Kezabel's here. In weaving words, creative writing workshops help people express their thoughts and feelings in a creative way. When I perform poetry, speak at events, entertain. Okay, so again, one of the things here is get to the solution. You're describing here what you do. So you're helping them to express their feelings in a creative way. That is what you do. What we need to do is the solution. So you help people to unlock how to better communicate. That's a solution. So they're looking at how to communicate more creatively. So you're helping them to get out the better words to use, which will ultimately help them to communicate their message in a more concise, better, more impactful way. So that's the solution, is to have more impact and influence with their words would be a solution. So by helping me to write more creatively, you use more creative words and terms, you help me to have more impact and influence with my words through a creative workshop. Does that make sense? So that's the difference between how you describe it and how I would describe exactly what you do. Just from reading your own description, all you're doing is changing it all the way over to solutions based. You're describing what you do rather than the solution that you provide. You provide the solution, which is having more impact and influence by using your words more effectively and efficiently. That is a solution that you provide to people. If I can say less words and get more impact, that's going to work for me. If I can use more creative wording, that is ultimately going to change how I communicate with people and the results that I therefore get. So talking about the poetry, I've lost it now, poetry side, speaking at events to entertain, make people smile, I think they're uplifted. So again, similar to Eddie, it's connecting the other amazing parts of an event with poetry, with entertainment, with humor, with laughter, with smiles. That's where it comes in, is how you talk about it. Remember, you got to be careful not to talk to people about any part of their event not being so good. So hopefully that's been good and useful. So here, yeah, exactly that, unlocking thoughts and feelings. So unlocking thoughts and feelings, communicating better, using their words more effectively and efficiently, increasing their impact and influence. These are all things that you would be doing by helping people to do that. Now, I know there's a couple of people who do martial arts that watch these broadcasts, really, so they already know and they use these sorts of terms because I've heard how they talk about it. But building confidence, for example, by going and doing martial arts. And martial arts is what they do, but building confidence is the outcome and the solution that they get. It's building confidence, it's building discipline, it's building strength, physical strength, mental strength, and agility. Those are solutions that they provide. So you've got to paint the picture of the solution for people when you talk to them. Again, the communication, the conversation, and the way you talk about your business is fundamental in social selling. So many people talk about what they do. The reason that Apple, so in 2018, Apple hit $1 trillion valuation. I think they were the second or third business to ever do it. Now there's obviously a lot more coming through. But they've moved from just one in 2 years. They have more than doubled in just 2 years as a valuation. Why? Because they don't actually focus on the product and service. They're building the lifestyle. The solution that they provide is the lifestyle that comes with being an Apple user. We all know that the technology isn't absolutely at the forefront. For sure, Android and other systems are far ahead with the technology, but they build the ecosystem. Apple has nailed the ecosystem. They actually make so much money, and this has been in the news recently, from the apps and the music stores and the iTunes and all of that sort of stuff, is where they actually really crush it, because it's a whole ecosystem. You get stuff in there and then you're kind of hooked in, which means you stay there. So you've bought something and now everything connects and it's transferable. But it's really hard for you to actually leave, because if you leave and you bought a load of stuff in the App Store, you can't take it away because it works within their operating system. Now, they've also monetized that, because obviously they get a third of all sales from the App Store and from products sold within the App Store, and even the in-app purchases, which has been a really hot topic for anyone who's got kids that play Fortnite, or maybe you play Fortnite yourself. Fortnite have been in the news recently for the fact that they were trying to get around that and trying to send people off to their own site to make their in-app purchases, which is against the terms and conditions. They've built this platform, they've built this ecosystem, they've built this audience, and you need to understand, the same as when you're in Facebook groups, you need to be respectful of the group's rules. The same is true of using services like Apple and iTunes and the App Store, that their rules are that you have to do all purchases through them, so that they obviously can take that portion of the money in order to grow the business. They built the audience, they've provided the product and service. That's their rules. Remember, you're working with someone and it's their payment terms. If you're using them, it is their payment terms. The same as your customers using you, it is your payment terms. What we talked about in the middle of the week, they set the rules. So it's absolutely fundamental. So again, connecting their mind with the page, and pen becomes a tool for life. Yeah, so that is a solution. So understanding that pen is not just about writing words, it's about communicating, it's about having impact, having influence. So like, what's the outcome? The thing I do is write words on paper. The outcome of that is impacting and influencing other people, getting the results I want, communicating what I want more effectively, more efficiently, and helping to do that. So that's really where you get there. Eddie, why is it other people see the path and the woods? Talking about Fortnite, absolutely here. So for example, here, Eddie talking about £280 being spent on Fortnite. Now look at what that looks like for Apple. If they're taking, so let's round it to 300 quid. That means £100 of that money would have gone to Apple. Now Fortnite were trying to negate that and trying to take it out. Why would you want to carry on providing a product and service to someone who doesn't want to play within the rules? If someone's in your group or your community, and I've had this conversation with another community owner this week, they were concerned about kicking someone out of their group because they knew that person was actually mocking and making fun of other people in the group behind their backs. To which I had the conversation, if your whole purpose is to create a safe space and that person is doing something that doesn't fit your rules, it's your group, it's your community, you can maintain it. You don't have to explain to anyone why they're not a part of that community anymore. You don't even have to go down there. I said, you have to be sure that that's going on and it's not just you're taking action on something else, but you need to do what you've promised the people in your community that you're going to do. That's where trust is. If you don't do that, if you're creating a safe space and you don't protect it, if you don't look after it, that's where there's an issue. They didn't want to look at just kicking someone out of a group because they didn't want to cause a big issue. But the reality is, if you know that they're doing something wrong, it's exactly the same as what happens. You know, if you park in the wrong place, you get a ticket. If you speed, you're probably going to get fined for it. You have to put measures in place to keep things on track to what your goals, aims, and objectives are. Chris Martin in the house, coming in from Melbourne. Fantastic to see you in this morning. So we've covered all sorts of money related topics this week. We've covered resourcefulness, pre-selling, beta testing, crowdfunding, setting up your payments, payment options, affiliate marketing, upselling. But ultimately, the big one is social selling. If you can get people to want to do business with you without you ever having to position products and services in front of them, that's when real magic happens. People will ask to do business with you. When someone comes to you, the sales process is way easier. If they're already interested, if they've had those four things: right solution, right person, right time, ease of access to information. The fourth one being really important: how you communicate, what you do, the solutions you provide, and how you help people. That is when people can come to you and say, brilliant, I'm fed up of writing my own blogs. I'd like to use a content creation service. Can you help me? So you see, they're coming to me because they know that that provides a solution to the problem they're having, which is, I can never find time to write my blogs. I can never find time to manage my social content. I don't feel like I'm putting out enough content. These are all problems that people have that the content creation provides a solution to. How do people know that? Because I talk about it and I communicate it so that it's the solution. They're looking at the solution. They're not looking at, oh, well, what is it down to the intricate detail? They're looking at the solution that is provided by the product or service that we have. And when you can do that and you can articulate it well, then that is when you're going to get real magic happen in your business. You're going to get more sales, more inquiries, more leads, more interest in what you do. And ultimately, even if people aren't ready to buy, they're going to want to be a part of your ecosystem. If they can see that something you have might be a solution for them later down the line, it doesn't even have to be now. Remember, right solution, right person, right time, ease of access to information. The right time might not be now, but I might need your services in a couple of weeks, a couple of months, in a year's time when I do something new in my business. As long as you stay front of mind, which again comes down to creating content, showing up, carrying on providing value to people, you have to be consistent. So you have to show up, you have to write blogs, record podcasts, do videos, go live, have a community where you have conversations, ask high quality questions and have high quality conversations with people. Remember, the quality of the questions you ask determines the quality of the answers you get. The quality of the conversations you have will ultimately impact the influence that you have in those relationships. 2 ears, 1 mouth. Listen twice as much as you speak when you talk to people. Listen to what they say, but also listen to how they say it. Listen to the words that they use. When you're talking to people, people resonate. You might have heard that mirroring body language can help you in a conversation with someone. because it's a subliminal thing that tells you that you're on the same page. When you use the words that other people use, the same thing applies. If someone says, I'm just overwhelmed with, one of the reasons social media overwhelm is a big thing is because people look at the whole picture rather than looking at the individual tasks. And at It's Nomad 9, our focus is on helping to remove that overwhelm. Why? Because that is how people describe it. People describe social media as an overwhelming task. But the reality is, post one status update. If you break it down to that level, then it's just one status update. That's not overwhelming. Anybody could go and do that, and they might worry about it, might think about it, but then there's other things going on. So the actual problem isn't posting the status update, it's coming up with the message. So now you start to drill down. Quality of the conversation, quality of the questions you ask leads you to the best solutions, lead you to the best answers and the best ways to serve people. If this makes sense, drop some red, yellow or orange emojis down below, hit that reaction button on Facebook or the thumbs up button over on YouTube, and let me know that this makes sense. I want to make sure before we log off today that you guys have really got what social selling is. It's the art of having great quality conversations. It's the art of showing up regularly and helping people. It's the art of building that ecosystem that people want to be a part of. Understanding that you don't sell products and services, you sell solutions to problems that people have, or that you help people to get things that they aspire to have. Right? If this makes sense, drop those emojis, hit the reaction buttons, hit the thumbs up buttons, and let me know that this made sense. I really want to know that you've got this. When you show up consistently, when you provide value, when you help people, when you talk about the solutions that you have, when you build trust equity through all of the things that we're talking about showing up, about helping people, about communicating well, about having high quality conversations, about asking great questions, about listening, about communicating in their language, that is when social selling happens. People want to do business with you. They come to you and the sales process becomes easy. You don't even have to go through the sales process. It's more matter of fact of you want to do business. Let's talk about what's the best solution. And that's literally how a lot of our conversations happen is let's look at what's the best solution for your situation, not what product or service can I sell you? What's the best solution that we can provide you? What's the problem that you're facing that needs solving? So we're always solutions-based products and services inside an ecosystem, high quality questions, great conversation, good communication, and the sales just happen. So good to see so many emojis dropping up on the side here on the live stream. If you guys are in on the replay, let me know where you think you're positioned. Do you get this? Do you understand it? Do you realize that the more you can position as a solutions-based product and service, and the more you can communicate that effectively and efficiently, the less sales you actually have to do, the less selling process you have to go through, because the sales will just happen. If you get it, let me know in the comments. If you want to understand this more, we do a whole load of things with teaching, training. We do breakfast and business 6 days a week, a whole new series coming next week. So keep your eyes peeled. This week has all been about money, how to make more money, how to handle money, how to facilitate cash flow within your business through actually how to do it, and also how to handle the payments and the terms and physically taking the money. Because if you don't have money, you only have a hobby. Really important that you get that. If you don't make money, if you don't have cash flow in your business, you have an expensive hobby. So let's get money working for you in your business. Don't think that money is evil. You know, you might have heard the phrase that money is the root of all evil. Actually, money is a tool that allows you to do certain things within your business. You get to choose how that money is used. You can help more people, you can provide more solutions, and you can do more with it and have more impact and influence. Money isn't evil. Money is a tool that will serve you, serve your business, and help you to serve more people. Build a solutions-based product and service that is built within an ecosystem, have great quality conversations, care about people, communicate well, serve people, build trust equity, then do business with them. That is the route to making long-lasting relationships with your customers. You don't want the individual sale, you want the ongoing relationship. You want a customer relationship, right? You want to get to the point where your customers become so close to being your friends that actually it's hard to differentiate. If you talk and you communicate on that sort of level and you're building that relationship and you're building enough trust equity, it will become that you become friends with your customers. That is inherently what happens when you follow the social selling process. If you're interested in knowing more about social selling, if you'd be interested in doing a course that helps you craft your message on social selling, then type, and I want it in capitals, I want it to be really clear, social selling. Type it in the comments on Facebook or on YouTube. If you're too embarrassed to post it here, you can send it to me as ImTristanG across all the socials. Drop into my DMs or my inbox on whatever platform you want. But if you'd be interested in understanding and crafting your own methodology for your own social selling process, then type social selling below, because we've had some inquiries from people about building social selling, and we've got an idea for a social selling 101 course. I do this one-to-one in strategy consultations with people all the time. We do 90-minute sessions as digital media personal trainer, deep diving people's businesses, building the systems and processes and helping them to craft that message so that they can sell through social selling. But if you'd be interested, let me know in the comments or drop me a message in my DMs afterwards. I really want you guys to understand social selling, because imagine having those leads coming in, those inquiries every single day, waking up to a new message in your inbox, a new email, a new voice note from someone, a new video from someone inquiring about how they can do business with you. Wouldn't it be great if every single day that was the case? There are some key fundamentals in how to set that up, and what we're doing is setting you up for success. I want you to really excel in social selling, not just selling on social media, which is what a lot of people think it is. Social selling is the art of selling without selling. Hopefully I've portrayed really well to you this morning how effective social selling can be, and I know that there are people who have joined this community and gone on to do business with us, which shows that social selling works, because I've never been positioning, I've never been trying to sell, I've never been doing that. I've literally just helped people understand solutions that are available to them from our business. If you'd be interested, the word social selling, drop it down in the comments. If you are interested, I would love to have a conversation with you about helping you craft a better message, communicate better, and ultimately have people come to you to do business with you. The art of social selling, selling without selling. Another amazing week, loads of great content, 6 days a week, Monday through Saturday, 8 a.m. You can tune in for Breakfast and Business. Easy ways to find the broadcast. So each week we put up an event on Facebook, so you can go and find it through the hashtag Breakfast and Business. Again, all the broadcasts have that in, so you can just search the hashtag, or 8 a.m. you can join us either straight on ImTristanG on YouTube, or ImTristanG on Facebook is where we're broadcasting these out. It's completely free. We're not trying to sell you anything. We are here just to help provide some solutions to you, to help you solve some problems within your business. The idea of Breakfast and Business is to get you either reminded of something that you already know but haven't put into practice, and to give you the little push to get that to happen, or to bring you a brand new idea or concept so that you can move your business in the right direction to get better results. If you enjoy it, please do share it with someone else. Each one, teach one. Every time you learn something, pass it on to someone else. Ideally, tag them below the video that you're watching, or hit share and share it with them in Messenger or WhatsApp, or maybe put it on your wall, because maybe you don't know who in your community needs to hear this message today. But help us to spread the message. The more people we can help, the more we can connect you with each other, and the more business you're likely to generate. Because as we build a bigger community, there will be bigger opportunities for people to connect, to do business, to build collaborations, joint ventures, and to refer each other business. So thank you so much for being part of Breakfast and Business. Hopefully you hung out with us all week talking money, Monday through Saturday this week. If you didn't and you missed any of them, please do jump back in there. There's loads of value in every single day's broadcast this week. We've had so much good feedback in our inbox afterwards and messages that we get. So thank you to everybody who's reached out. We always appreciate reading all of those messages, listening to all those voice notes, watching all of those videos that people send us. We love your feedback. Please feel free to jump in the inbox and drop us a message privately. Leave your thoughts below any of the videos and let me know. I would love to know from you, if you made it all the way through the week, if you've watched all of them, tell us which of these broadcasts, which of these topics was the most impactful for you this week. The whole thing's been about money all week. It's never about resources, it's about resourcefulness on Monday, pre-selling, beta testing and crowdfunding on Tuesday, setting payment terms on Wednesday, payment options on Thursday, affiliate marketing and upselling on Friday, and today, the art of social selling. I'd love to know which topic resonated most with you. Let me know down in the comments. Again, thank you so much for spending some of your most valuable asset of time with me today. You guys are incredible. I love that you show up and you get involved and you're very active in the comments. Your time, effort, and attention with these broadcasts is amazing. It's the reason we keep doing it. If you keep showing up, if you keep engaging, if you keep having conversation with us, we will keep doing Breakfast and Business. Again, Monday through Saturday UK time, 8 a.m. UK time, Monday through Saturday. Tune in live, grab them on the replay. You can always find them through the hashtag Breakfast and Business. We'll be putting up on Sunday. In fact, it might get done today, but I'm going to say Sunday. By Sunday, there will be another event up on Facebook, which will tell you what the upcoming topics are for the following week. We want you to consciously make the effort to find the right broadcasts and to go and watch those and implement them in your business. Don't have to tune into everything, but find the things that matter to you in your business right now and know that the other resources are there for when you need them. Hashtag is Breakfast and Business, Monday through Saturday, 8 a.m. live on Facebook on ImTristanG, also over on YouTube, again on ImTristanG. Thank you so much for your time, effort, energy, and attention all week as we've talked money. Let me know what your best topic was, what the thing that resonated with you or helped you the most this week was. Other than that, all it leaves me to say is have an amazing morning, afternoon, or evening, and I will catch you guys all again on Monday for a whole new series of Breakfast and Business. Take care, have an amazing weekend, and I'll catch you all again very soon.